Hello and welcome to another episode of Growsmart Career Day. Today we are chatting to Max Nyaniso, who is here to tell us about his career as a sound engineer and then also business owner, and he's going to talk to us about the challenges he has experienced along the way. I hope you enjoyed this with us.
So my passion started at church. I used to serve at church. I used to play drums, in fact, and then I grew from there into wanting to look at what is this thing that's amplifying this sound, that I'm playing on. Then I saw the speakers, and then I saw the mixer, which had like analog buttons everywhere. I was like, hey, there's lights, and it was so amazing. Like when I saw it, I was like, what do you do? And I wanted to touch, and the engineer back then was like, hey, move here, you're gonna, but the passion grew. I wanted to study more. I ended up, getting interesting, and then they started introducing me into it. But it wasn't, the guy didn't really study it, so he just showed me a few pointers there and there, and then the passion grew. The pastor saw it, and then it was like, no, we need to build this thing in this child, Academically, I wasn't good, but in terms of practical stuff, like I was on point, so the pastor booked me in for a college called Cape Town Audio College. I studied there, did my studio engineering first, I did some few songs. I was like, the passion is not really lining up with what I initially wanted. So I went into sound engineering, did another 3 years in sound engineering, qualified. And then I started working for a few companies around East London, came back home, worked for companies around East London. But I must say that sound engineering is really broad. It's really big, like you do festivals, you do big artists like around East London, and then you do international artists. I don't want to call names, but AKA, we've done names for them. So those are the people you work with that inspire you to kind of grow into the industry. But it's really huge. Like it's huge, really huge. Like there's many platforms into the industry as well. There's lights, those moving lights that flash around. There's also broadcasting that I also do streaming. So there's also that. There's camera work. There's also playing the instruments as well. Musicians as well. So the industry is big. There's also platforms. I would say that if you would go into it, like you'd really grow. That you really grow. Yeah.
Fantastic, Max. Oh my word, that sounds so broad. You've been so busy.
I've been so busy.
And so, Max, how long did you study for in total? Because there were two different.
In total, 5 years. 2
years.
years and then the 3 years, because I diverted from studio engineering into sound engineering.
And so, Max, how did you remain motivated to study for 5 years? If I had to tell a young person out there now, oh my word, you're going to study for 5 years, they're like,
no, thank
yes.
you.
And so how did you remain motivated to complete your degree?
My passion was mostly driven by my mentor, the people that I looked up into. So I had to find someone to attach to so that I can remember where do I want to go, you see. So, and at home, you see, where I grew up, I'm from a township, Dansani. So even that messes up your mindset into drugs and all those kind of stuff. So going away from there and going to Cape Town really opened my mindset into thinking, no, like I've got a family, that I need to feed at home. So I really need to push for this. So I pushed, like it was tough. It was really tough, but when you persist on something, it'll pull through by all means, So the passion was there, and again, the equipment I was dealing with really motivated me more, because like I saw many mixers, like analog mixers, digital mixers, also streaming really motivated me even more, because now you're dealing with corporate events, even live events that are outside, and you're doing broadcasting as well and editing same time. So there's a lot that I've been doing, and it grows me step by step, and I'm becoming better and better every time I do a job. I become better, and I get employed by many companies. They bring me in and say, okay, can you do a job for us? I do the job. I make sure that job is better than the one I did before. You see, so there's like a huge motivation in terms of what I do. The work on my own has been a deep challenge, I must say, because first of all, these big companies have built their credibility into where they are. So I had to first start with the small jobs. Imagine being a sound engineer qualified, and then you have to do a small show, but you make that count, because now your aim is not the small show you're doing, it's building the credibility, the years of experience, the fading into the big, events. So for me, I must say that it was hard solo, but I built the credibility in all the companies that I've worked for. Inspiration would be, my mantra would be persistence. Persistence, persistence, persistence. It's going to be tough, but it'll pay off at the end. The fire you burn, it'll burn out. People will see it. So you need to light up that candle. You need to be there, As young as you are, you need to be dominant in your space. And you need to show out your colors. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Be yourself in everything you do. Show who you are. Be original. Be the color that you are, so that you can put a footprint wherever you step on in life. So
Max, it was wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Much.
Thank you for being a part of Growsmart and inspiring young people.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much to Max for sharing his story with us, and also those challenges along the way. So wonderful to know that one can overcome the challenges that you are presented with and continue having successful business. So congratulations, Max, and thank you so much for sharing with us at Growsmart Career Day.